Let me get.
There you go.
Good luck, gentlemen.
Here we go. U.S. Open 8-ball now today. This is second round match. Both these players won their first round match. Our runner-up in the U.S. Open 10-ball, Rodney Morris, versus American mainstay from the state of Maine, Mike Dechaine.
Welcome to the
Jay Helford. Thank you, George. Sorry.
Stepped on
hey,
you.
guess what? I'm Jay Helford, and with me, George.
Teachea. Welcome to the Predator Arena at the Rio All Suites Hotel and Casino in Las Vegas, Nevada for the U.S. Open 8-ball championships. This is a second-round match. Rodney has not played a match yet. His first match was forfeited, so he got a 9-0 win. And Mike Dechaine defeated Mitch Ellerman. I believe it was 9-4.
Who was Rodney supposed to play?
Ernesto Dominguez.
Ernesto forfeited?
Yes.
I'm surprised because he was here.
He had to go back to L.A.
Oh, wow. Well, that's a surprise.
Mm-hmm. Anyway, this brings these two to this match, and this is a race to 9, playing 8-ball on the 7-foot diamonds, using Simonis cloth, Cyclops balls,
and pool cues.
And their pool cues. I believe Rodney plays with Pete Tascarella.
Right.
I'm not sure what Mike Dechaine plays. Yeah, it's fairly new for him. He waited 2 years for it, and he's finally got it, and he's very, very happy with it, as a matter of fact.
You know, the difference between this and the 10-ball, one of the differences is the fact this is almost a full field. They've got 63 players in this tournament. There were 52 in the 10-ball tournament. But that seems to be typical, George. For whatever reason, the 8-ball always draws a little bigger field.
Well, didn't Qatar come into play just a little bit here?
It could. It could have. Well, they weren't going to take more than 64 players anyway, so they're only one short.
Of this 8-ball.
Yeah,
I
think Qatar did affect some foreign players that might have come here and played in both events. Meanwhile, Rodney is contemplating this rack. You'll see more of this after the break in 8-ball because there's so many choices to be made.
Now, in addition to those choices made here, keep in mind that these two players are vying for Mosconi Cup points, and Rodney leads the field.
Mike is pretty high up there too, isn't he?
He's a ways. Yeah, actually, I think he's third.
Yeah,
I think he's third, right after Oscar Dominguez.
Very, very well. Shane must have moved way up. I would think
with
so.
Winning yesterday.
Yeah.
Yes, but so did Rodney. He'll maintain his lead.
He cemented his lead.
He cemented it, right.
Well, these guys may be Mosconi Cup teammates come December.
Could be.
I may get to go there. I'll see how that works out.
As far as how they're doing this year, Rodney is 11th on the AZB leaderboard, money leaderboard, and Mike Dechaine is 27th.
Well, I don't know if they've added Rodney's extra 6,000 in.
No,
yet.
That's not in yet.
Yeah.
That's not in yet.
That might move him up a couple spots.
A little bit, another $6,000. Let's see where that. Let's take a look where that would put him, because I've got it right here, I believe.
You got everything
Morris.
at your fingertips.
It's called an iPad.
I've heard of those things.
You heard of those things? Yeah. See, he's at $26,000. Add the $6,000, he's at $33,000, and it would probably put him somewhere in the 8th or 7th.
Meanwhile, he got a little bit of a funny roll off that 10-ball, and he's got a little bit of a problem here. He looks like he's going to have to cut that 10-ball back to his left in the corner pocket.
He might be able to bump that 7 on the way down.
Not so sure about that. He's thinking about going around those balls. I think the only option he may have, I don't think he can hit it slow enough to stop for the 11. He may have to try to go around that cluster of balls, come out there and shoot the 12 next. Is he banking this ball cross-side?
It looks
there
like
you
that's
go.
what he called.
You know what? That's a good shot because he keeps Mike from getting a good shot in case he missed.
Yeah, well, look where he's at now, though. He's up over a ball, unless he shoots this 11 ball, and he is.
Well, this is his first really hard shot. Well, that and the bank shot, I should say.
And he handles it with ease. And he'll be tracking right towards that 7 ball with the skew ball.
Rodney's not feeling any pain this week since he found out he got elected to the BCA Hall of Fame.
He's feeling
Wait a
some
second,
pain
what did
now.
he do there?
He's feeling some pain now.
He got careless there, George.
Yes.
He just, once again, he lost his concentration momentarily, and that's the result.
And Mike immediately looked up at him like, what was that? And I think Rodney feels the same way. What was that? That ball didn't come back at all. It came over to the side. He's 3-rail kicking this. Not much he can do other than that. That's all he really has.
Well, he can kick that way, and he's got a chance to make it if he hits it right in the face. If he kicks a cross table at it, it's a little smaller ball. Look out.
No.
Yeah, I was afraid of that 7 ball getting in the way.
He was going to pick it up while it was still rolling, but he did the wiser of the... What happens if a player picks up a ball while it's rolling like that? It wasn't going to hit anything.
You know.
It's a foul anyway.
It's a foul. It's a foul.
But, I mean, he's already fouled.
Well, one thing about 8 ball, if you run all the balls and don't make the 8, you're in big trouble.
Oh, yes. Your opponent has a free table, and if he doesn't like the free table, he has balls to hide behind. So it's not a good thing. Never a good thing to leave, to miss the 8 ball or to leave your opponent with an open table, such as Mike has here. He'll just make quick work of this and take a 1-game lead.
I wonder if Rodney will follow Shane to the loser side. Our 10-ball champion lost his first round match with Taylor Anderson. What an upset that was.
I think anytime Shane loses, it's an upset. Pretty close.
Well, I won't disagree with that.
There's more and more players are coming closer to his level of play, but not many are. That's why he's probably the top American player.
Well, he's been the top American player for many years, although I had an interesting observation I got from Dennis Orculio, a good friend of mine, who's been playing all around this country the last 3 months in all these, special invitational events with 16 players and 32 players. He said, Jay, things have changed. He said there's 8 or 10 guys now that play about the same speed as Shane.
Well, that answers just what I said, just what I was referring to.
Because it's funny, this year Shane is not the dominant player he was in the past. And
he won the U.S. Open here, but he didn't dominate it.
Right.
I mean, he was put into the loser side, on the one-loss side.
That's his first big win since January at Derby City, and usually by this time he'd have won 4 or 5 tournaments.
Yeah, we're well into the year. This is almost the end of July.
That's right. That's right.
So, Mike's racking the balls here, trying to break and run out so he can take a 2-game lead. Just kind of briefly go over their Fargo rates. Dechaine is at a 793 and Mr. Morris is at a 782. Pretty close, but by losing the first game, Fargo says that there's only a 34% chance of Rodney winning this game. And,
winning this match.
This match, I'm sorry. It was funny because in the 10-ball in the hot seat match, Rodney was down, I believe it was 6-2 to Shane. And Fargo Rate said he had a 5% chance of winning it, and he came back and won it. And won 8 of 9 games in a row. I mean, 8 of 9 games to win the set.
Balls down, and the way they're playing these BCA Pool League rules are, you can shoot either stripes or solids after you make a ball. It's not take what you make.
Okay.
You have choice.
In addition, you can also, for instance, if that cue ball was down a ways, you could hit the 3 ball and call the 15 that's right in front of it in that corner pocket. So you can hit a solid into a stripe and call it, but only on the first shot.
While the table is basically open.
Correct. By the same token, though, you cannot use the 8 ball to hit another ball in. It is not neutral. So, right now, I don't see much of a shot for him to get started with. Possibly the 4 ball is all he has. Unless that 1 ball back cuts. And it looks like it might go right between the 6, 10, 13.
He's not looking at it. He's looking
not
at
looking
the 4.
He's looking at the 4. That's the only apparent shot that he has.
Well, the fact that it's frozen to the rail makes it a little bit easier.
Not so easy. The table's still open.
The bearded Dechaine shakes his head in disgust.
Here comes Rodney saying, I want to win my game back.
Rodney made a exceptional run out that first rack. He just got bad position on the 8, and it cost him the game.
Well, he didn't come back. He went off to the side somehow, some way. It almost looked like he kind of just threw that cue stick, his backhand at that ball, and his cue came up off his open bridge.
He's got a lazy stroke sometimes.
Oh, well, then that would explain it, because that's exactly the reaction of the cue ball.
He wanted to break those balls out, and he does have a shot. He can shoot that 11 in the side.
He'd rather shoot something else if he could.
That lime ball next to the 3, is that the 15? I believe it is.
Yes, it is.
It's kind of a strange color for. We're used to a dark stripe on the 15.
Yeah, usually the maroon.
Yeah, it takes a little adjusting to.
The Cyclops balls have that. The lime green is the 12, isn't it? And then the 15 is the same color as the. Is it the 7?
Well, it looks more like the same color as the 6. That looks like the lime green ball, the 15.
He's shooting the 11 ball on the side. I think he's going to break this. It looks like he has an angle to open up that ball on the rail with a 3.
I'm not sure. I think he's just going to shoot this 10 in the side and go forward. He'll probably use that ball by the side pocket. I think that's the 12 by the side pocket. That is
a better ball. That is a better ball. I thought he had a little angle to do that with, and he doesn't. He'd like to come down more. I think if he's going to do that.
He's not doing it here. How's he going to break that ball out?
I'll tell you how
he's going to do it here. He's going to go 2 rails. Watch this.
You think?
Yeah, watch this. He's going to turn the cue ball loose here. Try to come back and hit the 3 ball. Not bad.
Not try. He did, but not enough. You know what I was looking at there? I thought he might shoot it real soft and then play that. Is that the 15 ball down here?
Yeah.
Into the 3 stripe combo.
Oh, you mean no?
Before
that's the 15. That's the 15, I think. Well,
before he broke it out.
I don't know which is the 14.
That's
I think that's the 14 here, and I'm not really sure.
He's in trouble here. He's going to try the same shot. He's going to try to cheat this pocket.
Can you see the number on that ball?
He did it again. He's going to go up. He's missed the pocket. He won't be scratching.
He did scratch.
Oh, he did scratch. It looked like it was outside of the pocket. It just barely came inside the corner.
Yeah, it looked like it was going to catch the point.
It did.
Well, Mike's going to break it out for him, but he's also breaking out for himself.
Yeah, see, Rodney, here's how you break this out.
Well, Rodney has made 2 critical errors in the first 2 games, and it's been costly.
Well, this is costly because he was fortunate to come back to the table and then didn't capitalize.
Mike Dechaine has basically only had to mop up the balls in the first and second game.
Pretty much that's a good word for it, too. Just mop it up because, it's spilt. Spilt milk.
Yeah, that's the 14. That lime green ball's the 14.
Okay.
So
yes. Okay, that's what we got there. And, of course, the other one is the 15.
I think I'm just going to call them stripes and solids, George, just to stay safe.
That stripe on the rail by the 3 ball, or the stripe by this ball. That's actually a good way to call it, because I do confuse the balls that when they're at a distance like that. On the monitor, you can see them a little better, but when they're behind the ball like that it's really hard to see the color when all you see is the white part.
Well, to our defense is the fact that we're both old-time pool players. We've been playing with one set of balls with their own specific colors for many, many years. It's hard to adjust to different colors. It's very hard. It was very hard for me to adjust to the difference between the 6 and the 7 ball.
Oh, I mean, the first year the Cyclops balls came out and I played with them, I kept making the mistake when I was playing. I had to look at the numbers.
Right. You might shoot the 7 before the 6.
I'll tell you right now, I played shape for the 7 several times thinking it was a 6, playing 9 ball.
So I guess the one with the orange stripe is the 15. See that down there?
The one in the middle right there?
In the back row. Oh, no.
No, this is the 15. It's the second ball.
See that green... What is it? Well, that green stripe you would think would be the 14 ball.
But see, this is the 15 ball right here, and this is the 7 ball. The 7 and the 15 are the same colors.
Okay.
The 6 and the 14.
No, that's the 14, see?
The 6 and the 14 are the same colors.
Okay, the 6 and the 14 are the same colors, and the 7 and the 15 are the same colors.
Correct. See, here's the 15,
right.
here's the 7 ball,
Okay.
there's a 6 ball, and that's the 14 by the 2. There we go.
Okay.
Got it straight now?
No. Thanks for your time.
Well, let me explain it to you again.
Thanks for sharing.
Oh, my. Meanwhile, Rodney doesn't know what to do here. He's surveying his options. And meanwhile, back at the ranch.
Why not shoot the 1 ball?
Well, why not just lock him up against the 9? I'm just kidding. It doesn't do him any good, does it? Shoot the 1 ball and just work your way on stripes. Come down and shoot the 7.
The only ball that's a problem here is that
3.
2 ball. The 2 is tied up against the another stripe.
Well, if he opens up if he shoots a 7 and gives himself it's
he's
tough.
going to shoot the 7, I think, and get that out of. That way, the 3 opens up.
Well, the 3's going to open up, but he wants to open it up in a way that he can maybe open up the deuce with it. But it's very dangerous opening up the deuce coming in from that angle from the 3. There's, you got to hit the left side of it so that you hit the stripe ball and not the right side of the 2. He's going to open it up right here.
There he goes. He opened his 2 ball up.
And does the 5 ball go by the 6?
That's
the only shot he has.
I'll tell you what, that's tight.
It's the only shot he has.
We can't really see from up here.
It doesn't appear to. It doesn't appear to.
We're trying to see if that 5, if there's a way for us to see if that 5, it doesn't look like it goes, does it?
He could play the 5-6 combo.
No,
it doesn't. Nice camera. There we go. He calls something in the corner.
He's calling it.
Is he calling the 5 or is he calling the 6?
He called the 5 ball. Oh, maybe. Yeah, could he? Why not play that combination?
That's there. It's available.
It looks like the 6 may billiard off the 9.
I got a little bit of a view. See, they're not kissing. That's why.
I don't think it goes. I'm not sure if it goes or not. It's
I
tight.
think
It's
he's playing
tight.
it. He tried to force it by the pocket.
Well, he missed
said,
the whole
if there's
pocket
not room,
by
I'm going
about
to make room.
Yeah.
When you try to make room on that pocket, the only thing you can do is expand the point out, and it's really hard to do without a saw.
Well, he tried to make a new pocket.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's pretty hard to do without the right equipment.
Once again,
open up for Mike. And he's tied up 2 of his own balls, and Mike's are all in the open.
It looks like he's going to play. Yeah, he's playing a safe here.
No, he's playing the 9 ball, isn't he?
Oh, okay. There you go. You're right. Nice shot. Thank you, George.
Mm-hmm.
I foul once in a while.
Oh, believe me, you should have heard me with Freddie earlier.
Wouldn't that be something if our first and second place finishers are in the 10-ball tournament both lose in the early rounds of this event?
Let's put that one out of our mind. I mean, it happened. It happened to Shane. Let's hope it doesn't happen again.
Don't be surprised to see Shane come roaring back, though.
Well, we said that about it in the hot seat match.
Yeah.
We said whichever one loses here, they're going to beat. They'll meet the other in the finals.
Well, they only had to win 1 match there, but for him to come back in a 64-player field, he's got to win a bunch of matches.
Mm-hmm. How many more matches do you play if you lose your first match?
Twice as many.
Twice as many?
You play 2 matches on the loser side to move the same distance as 1 match on the winner side.
Okay.
Exactly double. So if it takes 5 matches to get to the hot seat match on the winner side, it would take 10 on the loser side.
So if you're out of stroke and you want to get back in stroke during the tournament, lose your first match and you get a lot of pool? Is that the way that works?
Well, sometimes it's happened that way, George. Mm-hmm. The guys really fall into stroke because they're playing match after match.
See, that's one of the advantages I think the player that's not in the hot seat has, except for the fact that he could be tired. The player in the hot seat is waiting and waiting for 3 hours.
Right.
The player coming through the one-loss side,
he's playing.
He's going to play a match before he plays you again.
Right.
Unless it's somebody like, let's say John Mora would have won that match yesterday from Shane. He's played 4 consecutive matches. Right. Now he's in his 5th. So if he's not tired, he's in dead punch. And Rodney would have been coming off cold.
Well, Rodney was in the hot seat.
Yes, he was.
And Shane came out of the losers bracket and beat him.
Mm-hmm.
Proves your point.
I
don't disagree. That's why a lot of times players that are in the hot seat are unhappy about the single set finals.
There's a point.
They're correct. They have a good point, as Mike puts his third game on the wire here.
Mm-hmm.
Point being that was Rodney's first loss. That was Rodney's first loss.
Correct.
So, but it's become almost the standard in tournaments today that the final match is a single set that's a longer set.
Well, let's see if we can kind of discuss what the theory behind that might be. Does the longer set usually produce the better player as the winner? Which you would think it might, because it gives you more time to make up games.
I don't think that has anything to do with it, George. And I've been on the production end of tournaments as a producer and a director, and typically the reason they do that is time constraints.
Time constraints, okay.
Because it may be already late at night when you get
Right.
around to that finals. Right. And if you play a true two-set final, it can take a long, long time.
Mm-hmm.
Not to say that they don't play true double elimination in many tournaments.
Yes,
there are still
tournaments.
They still do.
Yeah,
there's still tournaments that if you come back from the loser side and beat that guy in the hot seat, you're going to have to beat him again.
All righty, well, back to the action at hand. Mike Dechaine here's breaking the balls, leading 3-0 over Rodney Morris. Rocket Rodney Morris.
You see that? Mike reached over. He almost grabbed the cue ball.
I know.
He thought it was going in.
I know.
He just stopped in time. That was kind of funny.
Yeah, I kind of find that funny sometimes, because I have seen a player reach down like that and the ball wasn't going in.
Look at John Lehman. He really solved that puzzle, getting that magic rack out of there.
You know, sometimes you got to twist and turn and use all these balls. He brought an extra ball marker just in case he needs it.
Right.
So, yeah, it's work getting that off on an 8-ball rack.
Yeah.
Sure
the balls are a lot of times congested up there.
There's 4 balls around it, and meanwhile,
let's see if he can run a legitimate rack on his own.
Well, he's going to start off with a long shot, diagonal shot from the one corner to the other on the 5-ball.
Just wants to stick that cue ball like that. That's good. You know, the 2 will go. He doesn't have to break anything out.
He won't break it out. He'll go around it. He'll probably go 2 rails for position on the 4. Then the 1, the 2 balls up in the upper right-hand corner.
The 6 and 7.
And then come back for this 2 and then the 8.
We are racing to 9. It's 1 game shorter than the 10-ball matches.
You know, he might leave the 4-ball for the end. It might be his key shot to get on the deuce.
Well, he's got good position for this combination.
Mm-hmm.
He can just kind of roll this in.
And it's smart to shoot the combination first here, because let's say he doesn't get out where he can make the 2nd ball. He has the 1 ball.
Well, he's going to take the 4 now.
He might regret it.
I'm not so sure that was...
Now coming down here for the 2 ball is a little bit... It's speed. It's going to be all speed.
You know, George, I think that wasn't really his first choice, but the cue ball went farther than he wanted.
He still had an easy shot on the 1.
Yeah, but it was a pretty severe angle where he, would have gone up. He looked like he was going to have to shoot the 4 because of where he was.
Okay. He has to be very accurate
he's
with
okay
his speed here.
He's not bad here.
No, he's not bad. He can get on the ball, and I guess he can bump the 8-ball down, and
he
can
might
bump
not
off
have
the
to.
8.
He might not, because the 8 will go into the other corner.
Yes, but what I'm saying, if he doesn't get low enough, he can't play the angle to play it there.
Hey, these guys are professionals.
Okay, all right, and he's perfect.
I think so. Let's see.
Let's take a look at this angle. We're going to see with this camera right now. John's camera's lined up on it.
He doesn't seem unhappy. Oh no, he's going to have to bump it.
He's going to have to bump it off the 9.
He needed to go. As we've seen on this table, it doesn't roll as far as you think it does. Maybe it's this new cue ball.
No, there was nothing wrong with the table there, not at all. It was just the way he did it. And now there you go. Hello.
He's got to kick it in.
This is why I said he's going to regret not leaving the 4-ball there to lead him to that ball.
He might make this kick shot.
I agree.
This is not a real hard kick shot. I don't know why he's looking at it. Well, he's looking just to see how far it is off the rail. I would say he's a favorite to make this shot. That's my estimation.
I'll go with you. Because I think
come on, you got to disagree with me.
No, I can't.
George, you never agree with me.
Well, here's why I'm agreeing with you. If I'm playing, and here's how I look and I call shots. If I'm playing and I think I can make it, I know that they're at a very much higher percentage of making the same shot.
Meanwhile, he's taking a long time looking at this. What is he doing?
Well,
I can't believe this. I cannot believe what he's doing.
Let's see what the results are.
Why wouldn't he just kick off the side?
You can ask him after the match. He's going to kick at it.
You see what I see, don't you?
He's just posturing.
That was weird. That was weird that he was looking at. I mean, does he not know how to shoot this shot?
Apparently not. He's spinning over instead of taking a natural angle.
Wow, he scratched.
Oh, wow.
He hit that
well,
ball
now
so
you know
bad.
why he didn't want to shoot it. He didn't like it.
He couldn't have hit it any worse than that. That was a big ball.
What a break for Rodney Morris. Instead of being 4-0, he should be 3-1.
You know the old saying in pool, George, think long, think wrong. I think you take one look at that shot,
sports,
you get up there and you kick it in.
Most sports.
It was like he had some uncertainty in his mind, and in effect, he didn't even look comfortable shooting that kick shot.
No, he didn't. And the way he shot it, he spun over instead. Like I said, he spun over. I could tell when he aimed it. He was using English to get to the shot instead of the natural angle.
Well, where that 8-ball was, the thing to do was hit the end rail. You want to go 2 rails.
He did. He hit the ball and the rail at the same time pretty close.
But he hit it bad. It was actually a big ball to make.
Mm-hmm.
So.
And, well, Rodney's happy. I guarantee you that. I mean, Mike is sitting in the chair going, what an idiot I am, or whatever he's feeling. And Rodney's going, I'm so lucky to come back to the table. I am so, so lucky.
Well, as far as I'm concerned, that was not a real complicated kick shot. That was in the area of, I mean, it was off the rail about a half inch, but that's still a big ball that close to the pocket.
Well, one thing I think I was in one of the matches with Freddie in the 10-ball, I made a comment that he kind of liked, and I kind of liked. It just came out of my mouth. I don't know where it came from, but I said there are high percentage bank shots, and there's high percentage cut shots, but they're still missable.
Yeah.
No matter what it is, they're still missable. They might be high percentage, but if they're not laying just right, they're still missable.
I'm a bank pool player. That's my best game.
And
I'll tell you something. There's a reason I bring that up, because we often talk about in pool a shot's a hanger. When the ball is real close to the pocket, it's a hanger. You can't miss it, right? Let me tell you something. There's no such thing as a hanger in bank pool.
That's exactly my point.
It can be dead cross corner or dead cross side, and the best player in the world can miss that shot.
That's exactly my point.
And there's no hanger when it comes to kick shots, as Mike just proved.
Exactly. You were saying this is a routine kick shot. Look at this, 5 balls around the spot.
You were thinking the same thing as me. How's he going to move that rack?
Well, not so much how's he going to move that rack.
I want to watch John. here. I want to see what he does. Oh, look at that. He's so deft.
My question here is, you don't see that all the time. So is the magic rack holding him in?
I don't know, because we've had a cluster every game.
Well, just the first 2. Yeah, I've seen it where there's no cluster. I mean, they've been breaking with. Oh, I actually see when the ball goes by it moves the rack.
Yeah, when that rack flops a little bit.
When it flops a little bit.
I've seen shots where guys shoot a ball. The rack is still on the table. They shoot a ball over the rack, and the rack kind of sticks to the ball and rolls with it a little bit.
Well, do you take stripes here or do you take solids?
Well, the important thing
if you
is,
take solids, you've got the 3 and the 5 messed up. If you take stripes, really the 13 is a problem, because if you get on the 9-ball just right, it leads to the other 2 balls, and life is good.
Personally, I like stripes because you've got those stripes that are already out there. Meanwhile, you tied one up.
Well, it was already tied up.
No, it would go. It would go past that 5-ball in the other corner pocket until just now.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay, I didn't. I was.
There,
I was
those 3 of those
up.
4 stripe balls were out in the open, but he just tied one up a little bit more. I'm not sure what he was trying to do. It looked like he was trying to get down into that cluster and move him around.
Yes, he did. He wanted to open him up a little bit. He's got good safety available if he chooses not to shoot this ball. But why safe if you can make that, huh? And it looks like he's got the 12 ball or the 11. The 11 ball he might want to see where he just aimed. That's where he wants to end up, so he can open up his problem balls with the 13 or with the 11, excuse me. So he's coming straight down from this table. He's going to come around. He's going to have to shoot the other ball first and then come back over. He wants that angle. This is coming over to a little bit to the right of where it's at.
Big difference playing 8-ball. There's a lot of congestion and a lot of traffic you have to weave your way through, especially if you're trying to make the first run out of the rack. After somebody makes 6 or 7 of their balls, there ain't so much congestion anymore.
He's got to come back a little bit. Oh, wow.
He's just accepting that long shot.
He came back enough. No, I was talking about the angle, and he moved it over just enough. And now he'll either float down for the 13 or come into the 3 like that. Just like that. There we go. Oh, it came up and got him.
No, he's okay. He can shoot this ball.
He can make this ball?
I think so. Yeah, he's looking at it like he can.
Oh, yeah, yes, he can.
The problem he's got a little window between the 3 and the 8.
He's got to try to get over here.
Oh, to shoot the 14 in the other corner, in the same corner.
Either that, or he's got to end up in here, and I don't think he can. Let's take a look at what he has. He can come here.
George, this is one of those situations where he's got to find a way to run out. He's going to bank it and stop the cue ball against the 3.
And he made it.
Yeah, but he went too far with the cue ball.
He's still got a cut shot. Very, very severe cut shot.
This is getting tricky.
It's going to require a scalpel.
This is getting tricky.
Is he going to play it off the 5? No.
No, he's going to cut it in, but the cue ball is going all the way down table and back up for the 8.
Well, he's got to come between the 6 and the corner pocket and then come down a little bit towards the 8.
Can he avoid those other balls? That's the question.
Look how nice and soft he just finessed it with English.
Listen, he was a bit fortunate there.
I'm surprised he doesn't get a round of applause for that shot. That was a very, very good
George,
shot.
this between you and I think he was trying to go around the 3 ball.
No, because if he goes around the 3 ball, he doesn't have a shot.
No, he could shoot the 8 in the other corner.
Oh, no, but he couldn't.
He could have shot the 8 in the other corner. I don't think he was playing to stop right there where the 3 was.
Well, we'll never know, and it worked out, and he's got 2 games, and Mr. Dechaine is racking the balls to try to get that 2-game lead back.
Rodney almost sold out that rack, too.
Yes.
He got in a lot of trouble there.
Yes, he did. Where did he get in trouble on that rack?
Got in trouble when he got down table and he bumped into that ball, and he had to shoot the ball down at the far end of the table, and he accepted a long cut shot.
Right.
And then he got caught into the middle of that little mess.
Mm-hmm.
I like the fact that he banked that ball cross corner.
I didn't see that. To me it was it just to me I didn't see that at all. I didn't think of the possibility of the bank. And
balls down, 2 strike balls down.
One was going, one was coming, and when they met, it pushed the other back in the pocket.
And I think he will take stripes here.
What's his opening shot? The 10?
Maybe that is that the 14?
Yeah,
the
over
14.
The 2 on the side.
Yeah,
on the upper left-hand corner.
Well, if he takes stripe, I think he'll open with the 14.
That's his only choice.
No, now he's taking solids.
No, because it's a very difficult opening shot on the stripe. Side pocket. Oh, he toyed with it, didn't he?
He wants to make that combination right now.
He massaged that corner of the side pocket.
I'm very surprised if he doesn't shoot this 4-2 combination. I got a feeling, George, for the next 3 days, we're going to be baffled every rack as to who somebody's if they're going to take stripes or solid, because it really isn't how our mind works. It's what they think of.
Right.
They think, I mean, we're guessing. The truth is, we're guessing.
We're guessing on 90% of the shots because they see a better angle than what we see, regardless of our camera work. I mean, they just see it better than we do. They know what their skills are. They know what they can and can't do, or what they're comfortable doing and what they're not comfortable doing. And we sit here and try to anticipate what might be going through their mind. So when we're wrong and we call the wrong shots, we're just anticipating, and we were wrong.
Listen, it's not a matter of being right and wrong.
Right.
They're going to change their minds sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, they're going to, even though he's taking solids, he may change his pattern during the course of the rack.
Well, of course, if he gets out of line, he's going to have to readdress and reset the pattern.
This is a lot more intricate game than 10 ball. I mean, we know they're going from the 1 to they're going in numerical order in 10 ball. Here you always have choices.
Options. Reminds me of another game that you like. Uno Poquito.
Oh, I love it. I love one pocket. because it's there's an infinite variety of shots all the time.
Mm-hmm.
Meanwhile, this is the first clean run out of the match. We're in the 6th game, and this is the first break and run.
Mm-hmm. And he completes it. Not a problem. For us, he might have thought of some in his head when he was shooting, but
well, he made that one look easy.
Yes. He'll get comfortable, and he got his 2-game lead back. Well, it's actually, in reality, did he start breaking? No, he did not.
Rodney breaks first.
Rodney breaks first. So he does have a 2-game lead.
Our referee, John Lehman, steps in to give. I think the way they rack these, it has to be the 2 and 3 ball in the corner, and they're supposed to alternate stripes and solids.
Correct.
I don't know how.
Correct. As long as it's a stripe on one corner and a solid on the other.
Oh, that's the way it is. Okay.
Yeah. And he does have them perfectly alternated. He starts with a solid stripe, solid stripe, solid stripe on both sides. Same in the back, in the middle. It's hard to do.
And he decided he didn't like it.
I wonder why he's racking the 2 ball up front.
Oh, you can do that. You don't have to put the 1 in front.
You don't have to put because there's not rotation.
All right.
Yeah, so you can
as long as it's a solid.
As long as it's a solid. Yeah.
Okay.
But in most places they put the 1 ball up front. I mean, I can't think of many people that rack and put another ball up front.
Maybe he
feels
like he sees it better. I don't know.
It's his choice.
Well, I'll tell you what. He racked him completely different that time. He put the back stripe on the left and the solid on the right, the 3 ball. He switched them. As you can see, he's massaging this rack pretty good.
Well, he wants to make sure they're all kissing. He doesn't like the way they're coming together. I guess they're not coming together.
I'm surprised he doesn't turn that magic rack around. That's what you see him do sometimes when you don't get a good rack.
Okay, this is a question that's come up several times, and there's several people that have asked this, so I know it's a valid question. The magic rack has a shiny side and it has a dull side. Mm-hmm. Which is side down?
Well, it's supposed to be dull side down.
That's
what I was told a long time ago.
I don't know. That's why I asked the question, and this way I'll
been
be able
told
to answer.
When I've used it, I've been told shiny side up.
Okay.
But I'll tell you what, I think the shiny side is the side that does have a chance to adhere a little bit to the balls, though.
The shiny side would?
Well, that's been my experience.
Well, whatever. They're getting another rack.
They're changing racks.
They're getting another magic rack.
I guess they kind of get worn out after a while.
Yes, I could see that.
They lose their shine.
Well, I think they get worn out being picked up and twisted and turned.
Well, just your
exactly the fingers, your hands.
We get the oil. Exactly.
We get oil on our hands. You get some of these players that put lotion on their hand. I'm just kidding. Lotion on their hands. That's why everybody should play with a glove.
Well, now Mike steps in to help Rodney. I don't think
he's checking Rodney's rack, or he's just checking to see how they rack.
Yeah, he took a look at the rack. I don't think Rodney really appreciates that, but he didn't say much. But if Mike keeps doing it, I guarantee you Rodney will say something.
We were having a conversation.
There's a ball going in. Let's see, is it going to make it?
There?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Rodney has a solid on the break, so it's an open table. Let's take a look at what he might choose. He made a solid, and all the solids are open. I think he'll take solids.
Well, I know for sure he's going to take either solids or stripes.
He's not shooting the 8 ball first? I think he'll shoot the 4 ball, then the 5 ball, then the 3 ball,
If you call one rack 100%,
okay, 4, 5.
Let's see, 3.
Hold on a second. He'll shoot the 3 after this. No, he might not be able to.
Wait. No, you can't change.
I'm just looking at his angle. I'm going to change because he's probably changing in his mind. He got an angle he doesn't want.
Okay.
So he's going to come down. Oh, he's
going
to be in trouble. He's got as soon as shot he has. He can't shoot the 7. So he'll shoot the 1.
I'll tell you what, if you can call any rack exactly the balls guy's going to shoot in sequence, you've done a good job in 8 ball. Because George, I did the World 8 Ball Championship and tournaments like that, and it's very hard to do that, and I quit trying.
You have to understand, I'm an 8 ball champion.
Oh, okay. I take it all back.
I'm the best in my household.
I'm the best on the block.
The only competition I have at home is 2 golden retrievers, and they can't hold the cue, so I'm good.
Okay. I like to say I'm the best on my block.
Yeah. I think I overheard Rodney earlier say he's the best in his family. Or the best in my house.
Meanwhile, he's going to answer Dechaine's run out with a run out of his own.
Mm-hmm. And he did shoot the 2-ball last.
We're getting rolling now. Rodney trails 4-3. Mike to break.
I'll tell you what. This game, I want you to call the ball prior to the 8. He's going to shoot. The player shooting that gets to the 8 ball. The last ball before the 8. You call it. And
do I have to?
Just
all right.
Just to see if we can call it.
Okay,
in other words, call the key shot.
We'll both try.
We'll both try. See who calls the key shot.
Okay. And of course, if a guy doesn't run out, then it becomes moot.
Of course. But once it's apparent there's a run out, call the. Well, actually, no.
We're having fun now, folks.
And you guys can follow this at home because, to tell you the truth, this is a way to maybe learn a good pattern.
Right.
Playing 8-ball, the ball before the 8 is whatever ball you can make and stop, and you have a straight-in shot on the 8. That you would consider the key ball. And so just work backwards from that, and that lays out your pattern. And you want to try to make a ball, stop the ball, the cue ball, for the next one, stop it off that ball for the next one. So let each ball lead you to the key ball, which leads you to the 8 ball, and leads you into the scratch in the corner pocket. But
would you repeat that?
No.
No. Bottom line is, this can be a tricky game. Okay, let's see. Let's wait to see what he chooses, which I guess will be solids because that's about all he's got is that 2-ball. But if he chooses solids.
Go ahead if he chooses solids.
Oh boy, let me see.
Well, he's got an easy shot for an opening shot on the solids.
Well, the 2-ball.
The 2-ball. He also has the 12-ball on the side if he chooses that.
I don't think so. He's looking at that too.
The 3-ball is a bit of a problem.
That's what I'm thinking too.
Other than that, everything is wide open.
I say the 6-ball is his key ball. The ball next to the 14, or the ball next to the 15. I say the 6-ball is his key ball if he gets that far.
Well, the 6 that is the 6-ball.
Yeah.
I think. Well, he's got to move the 3, which means that it might move the 6, which you might have to readdress.
That's my guess.
Okay, that's your guess. The 6-ball.
Okay.
I'm going to say it's the 7-ball.
Oh, interesting.
Oh no, because
look at this.
He's going to move that.
Look at this.
He's going to take stripes.
He's playing a billiard. Watch, he's playing a billiard.
14-ball.
Off. Well, that changes everything.
Have to call the kiss.
He fooled me there. I'm surprised. Why would he open with that shot?
Well, that's.
You see, they're going to fool us. They're going to fool us every time. These guys. Okay, now let's see what's the key ball here now.
Okay, so now he has stripes.
Okay. Boy, this is interesting. Let's see. Boom, 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 ba-boom, boom, boom.
13. 13 to the 10.
What's that ball over there? The 9?
That's the 9.
All right, I'll say the 9.
Okay.
I want you to know I'm just guessing.
Well, one of those 3 balls.
Yeah.
It's one of those 3 balls.
Well, the 9 might go now.
Well, right.
He might make them both. He might make the 10 and the 9.
Remember, I said the 10.
Yeah. I'll tell you what. He really surprised me with that opening shot.
I think he surprised everyone.
But that's 8-ball. That's 8-ball.
And this is a good thing because this is how some players' minds think. We were looking for an open shot. He was looking for a shot. And he took care of his problem ball. If he chose stripes, that was a problem ball. He took care of it immediately on the shot, made it, and now has a pretty open rack. He'll get on the 9-ball here, shoot the 9, the 10, and he's out.
What it tells me is that,
or the 10.
What this game says to me is that all our brains are wired differently.
And I'm going to say he's out too.
This is the thinking man's game on a small table, on a 7-foot table. Well, it turned out that I think you said 10-ball, didn't you?
I did.
All right, I owe you one.
Nah, it's okay.
I owe you an ice cream.
Oh, I'll take that. If you're giving up ice cream,
did
I'm
you hear
taking
him,
ice cream.
folks? Did you hear what he said? He said, it's okay. And then I said, I'll go eat an ice cream. He said, I'll take that.
Well, you gave me something I like. I like ice cream.
What do you think I'm going to give you? Something you don't like?
Well, I don't know.
Okay. Anyway, here comes the 8-ball, and Mike Dechaine's going to go back ahead by 2 games.
Yes, 3 games, 6-3.
5-3.
Oh, well, I can't count.
That
4 became a 6. I was counting by 2s.
Okay.
I was counting by 2s.
Rodney to break. We're racing to 9. This is the second round on the winner's side, 64-man bracket. And we got 3 days of U.S. Open 8-ball coming at you. 5 matches a day. This is the 3 o'clock round. There's going to be a 5:30 round and an 8 o'clock round tonight. Same thing tomorrow. And I think actually even the 3rd day we've got 5 rounds to play.
I believe so.
Yeah.
So you're working the 3:30 match.
This is the 3 o'clock match. I'm working the 5:30 match.
Right.
Yes.
And I'm coming back. Okay. And Rodney's breaking this ball. He says, I've got to cut this lead. I've got to control this game. Here comes the 5.
Good break. That's probably the most explosive break of the match so far.
There's no 2 balls together. Everything has a pocket.
George, I was just going to say, that's the first rack where there hasn't been a ball ended up on the magic triangle.
Right. That's a road map.
I wouldn't exactly call it a road map, but...
Well, where's the problem ball?
It depends upon what he takes here. He's going to take this long shot on the stripe.
Shape on the 9? Nope, he's going to have to play the 10.
I don't see a problem ball unless he gets out of line or gets behind an object ball.
Correct, I agree. And he's got the 11 ball on the side.
He'd have to make a mistake and create a problem here.
So his key ball is the 13?
Looks like it. Yeah, there we go. Got to be careful right here.
Stop.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Slow roll.
He's going to come back, I think. Or just stop. Yeah.
That's perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Rodney made quick work of this rack.
Yes.
Pulls back within 1 game of
Corner,
Mike.
Paquetto. And we're 4-5.
We got a good match here, folks.
Did you expect anything less? We've had good matches on this table for the past. This is the 4th day.
Yeah.
We had some great matches.
The only day we had runaways was the first day, really.
Yeah, in the morning. Right,
Yeah.
we did. And then this morning you guys opened up with a great match.
We had
Alex
no match.
No, what I'm saying is I thought you had a great match. You had Alex Pagulayan against Kurt Koyabashi.
Didn't play.
Well, he's right. But then who stood in for him? You had the 13 and 17-year-old Hansons.
Tristan and Taylor Hanson.
Right. Hansons
well, he's
played.
13 and she's 17.
Okay.
And believe it or not, they won the Scotch doubles, the high-level Scotch double, the platinum-level Scotch doubles.
Yes, they did.
And I'll tell you what, they play good.
Platinum level is a high speed of play. You're talking about a 650 Fargo rate.
Mm-hmm.
That's a good player.
Well,
700's a pro, so
they beat Alex too.
Yes, 3-2. But I will say Alex did take a 3-rail shot instead of cutting it down the rail. But
he got a little careless. He let it go hill. Let's just say he let it go hill.
I didn't see the whole match. I just saw the last shot.
Listen,
actually.
They ran out 2 racks. Taylor and Tristan ran out
very well
two
together.
Good racks. Alex even played a safety, and she made a long shot.
I was impressed. I really was.
That girl's got talent.
They both do.
Right.
They both do.
And her brother crushes the ball, so it's got a beautiful stroke.
Yes, he broke the ball.
If they stick with it, we're going to hear a lot about these kids. Both of them.
What was their first names?
Tristan is the boy and Taylor is the girl.
Tristan and Taylor Hansen. Just keep that in mind, pool players out there. You'll hear those names again.
Tristan kind of reminded me of a young Shane Van Boning.
Very young. He's 13.
Well, Shane came here and played on... Ooh, Rodney just missed that 10 ball down in the end. I was going to say, Shane came here and played on a team when he was 11 years old.
Now, there's another family, because that reminds me of... There's a family, I forget where they're from. There's 3 or 4 boys, and they all play high-level BCA
I know
pool.
who you're talking about, and I'll think of that
they're
name.
tall, slender kids.
Yeah.
And they play very good pool. And
they're good friends with Shane.
Okay.
Those kids are all good friends with Shane.
And as far as the Hansons go, I overheard them say that they have a diamond table, she said, just like this one at home.
Yes, a 7-footer.
A 7-footer. And so they get to play there. They're well coached. I thought it was nice to watch their mother sitting right behind Taylor.
Well, their father is their coach.
Okay. Well, I overheard say her father used to play.
Yeah.
But I didn't see him.
I said, well, what was your
background.
influence? She said, my dad plays pool.
Did he say he plays pool or used to play?
Well,
because it might be a difference. I didn't see him in the arena.
Once you play pool, you never quit.
Okay.
I haven't played pool in months, but I'm still a pool player.
I
will play again.
There's a fly in the Predator arena. it's dive bombing Mike Dechaine. There it is again. He wants
to get in his beard.
He already waved at it once.
Mike, did you clean all your?
It's the only fly in the building. This is how big is this? This is like a quarter mile long and a half a mile wide.
This is probably a 30,000 square foot room here. It's huge. Anyway, Mike has got the rack wide open while we've been jabbering away about the Hansons, and well on his way to taking a 2-game lead again. As long as he can get good position on that 8 ball, that seems to be the. Let's see. Can he finish off this rack?
Well, nothing is tied up. He'll shoot the 15, then the 14 over
9
by
last.
the side, and the 9 last.
Now, I can see that from here with 3 balls left. I can see 3 balls ahead. I can't see 7 balls ahead.
I used to be able to, but now when I see that and I lay it out in my mind, by the time I get to the 3rd one, I forget.
Easy, George, easy. Come on, because I'm older. I'm a lot older than you, man.
Well, guess what? I'm in trouble already. Nice going.
I forget my way to get to the pool room.
And nice going, Mike. He's making quick work of this. And you see, his cue ball didn't move very much at any time. He just
stayed
in line, and he was able to just pretty much stop every shot. And a dead pattern, and a dead out. He's straight in.
George, is interesting how this match has changed. The first 5 games were all safety battles and kick shots and all this kind of stuff, and they couldn't get out. Now it's all runouts.
Rodney's talking to John.
I don't know what that conversation is about. We'll find out.
Oh, he's asking about timeouts.
I think you only get 1 per match.
Okay.
And he hasn't taken 1 yet.
No.
John Lehman is one of our 2 tournament officials in the pro arena, the Predator arena. Bill Stock being the other one. 2 of the best in the game, by the way.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, I believe Bill retired, and he came out of retirement to do these.
That is correct.
U.S. Open championships,
the
8 ball and the 10 ball.
Yeah, they invited him back. Well, actually, he worked for the BCA at their headquarters here in Las Vegas for 12 years.
Many years.
He retired, sold his home, and moved to Arizona. He's in your neighborhood.
Yeah,
now.
he's in Phoenix, and I've actually seen him at some of the local tournaments. So I've run across him. He's actually played in some of the local tournaments.
He used to be a pretty good player.
Yes, he is a good player. Well, I mean, you don't live around this game. You don't make a living around this game without playing pretty decent. I don't think.
Most of the guys that I know that are veterans of the game have had the experience of playing good pool in their life. They may be kind of, I don't play like I did when I was 30. That's all I know.
I mean, once you're, I guess you hit your mid-60s or 60s or late 50s, your game probably starts to decline.
for me, it was my mid-30s because I had been playing pool like every day for 15 years, and I just got tired of it. I didn't want to play so much anymore. I decided there must be something else to life besides hitting balls.
There is, isn't there?
I found out there was.
Yeah,
I found out there was. 3 children later.
Yeah, quite a bit.
Anyway, meanwhile, we got another run out going here, and a good one.
A good one. And he's in line.
We tell one little story, and the rack's almost over.
You know, the good part is that it's the balls are broken up. They're not together, but, you know, everything's in line. He ran that rack out just like Mike ran out the last one, pretty much,
right.
Not moving the cue ball much, just making the shot, leads to the next shot, leads to the next shot. This is the pattern play that makes, that was
8 ball
close.
in the corner, and he pulls back within one game.
He used the whole pocket for that 8 ball.
Well, that's why it's that way.
Right, of course. Yeah. You know, there was probably dusty on one side, and he wanted to clean it against the rail before he racked it for the next game. Because, you know, one of the things you can do with the 8 ball is use it as a mirror, and you can see the 10 lights, the 10 diamond lights above it. But we're within one game. Mike Dechaine is breaking. I believe Rodney started breaking. So
yeah, Rodney breaks on the even games.
Even games, correct. So Mike is up a full game. And the best Rodney can do is stay a game behind unless Mike gives him an opportunity on his break. If Rodney makes everything he's supposed to from here on out, and Mike makes everything he's supposed to from here on out, Mike wins this match.
Well, that's a tall order, what you just said.
Of course it is, but, you know, it's just like if in tennis, if someone just serves out the way they're supposed to.
I don't think it goes on serve. I don't think it goes on serve quite as
I don't think
completely as it does in 10 ball. No. You know, because too much comes up in 8 ball.
I don't think any of our matches have gone on serve throughout
well,
the
not
whole
all
course.
the way. Of course not. Of course not.
No,
but in 10 ball, there's been a lot of matches that they've traded games with the breaker winning.
Sure.
I think we'll see less of that in 8 ball.
Well, we're seeing less safeties too than in 10 ball. We've only seen 1 safety or 2 at the very beginning.
Yeah. We'll see more.
Actually,
we'll see, believe me, as this week progresses, we're going to see a lot more safety play.
Yes, you'll see balls tied up. It all depends. Now they're breaking good, both of them. So the balls are scattering. They're open. He's got it open here. He does have a little bit of a problem. If he chooses solids, he's got to work with the 6. On the left-hand side of the table there next to the 10 ball. He's got to work, if he chooses stripes, he's got to work with the 13 ball, which is next to the 7 ball. Other than that, I think everything else is open.
I like to just sit and observe and see what he chooses and then how he managed to maneuver through the rack. Because either way he goes, George, there's going to be a lot of traffic he's going to have to negotiate.
Mm-hmm. Well,
a lot of clusters of balls. I see 4 different pairs of balls that are close together.
Looks like he's leaning towards solids. He's playing the 4 ball.
Is he playing it off that ball?
Oh,
he's playing it off the 11.
He's playing the 14.
Yeah.
No, the 4 ball.
He played it off the 11 and missed it.
Table's open.
It's kind of like the shot he tried a couple of games ago, except
I don't understand the need for that.
Well,
but then, my mind doesn't think like Mike Dechaine's.
You and me both.
I'm not the player he is, so. But this opens the door for Rodney. Speaking of that opportunity we spoke of a little bit ago, or I spoke of, here it is on a silver platter. On a blue platter. So now Rodney has to work this out in his mind how he wants to go about navigating these balls.
You would think that after Mike chose solids that Rodney would take solids, but he may not. Well, he may fool us. He looks like he wants to take that 1 ball, and he is. The 6 will go up in the other corner.
And he's going to move this ball now. Now he's in trouble.
Well, I think maybe he's got a shot at the 3. He definitely's got a shot at the 4, but a very difficult shot over the top of it. He's bridging over that.
He's got a shot at the 3. I don't think he's kissing the 6 ball, so he can shoot the 3. That's his next shot.
At. Nicely done. He's going to hit this ball again.
Back, break it out, and now what's he going to shoot? The deuce?
The 4. He's got to go look down table with that 4 ball. Rodney, there's another ball down there. Yeah, see it? That one down there. Yeah, that's it.
Quit coaching him.
Now, well, he wants to shoot the 2 in the side.
Well, that's
a total. I like shooting the 4 ball. For me personally, I like shooting the 4 because at least you can get your cue on the cue ball.
Mm-hmm.
Look at this. He's got a problem with this one. I don't like this shot because it's a backward cut.
Well, it's the opportunity he was waiting for, but
and he opts. I think he's going to opt to take this 4 ball.
Well, I think he talked him into it. He heard you.
You know, George, he kept fooling around with that 6 ball, and it just got worse and worse. He could have just left it where it was. If he had got down below it, the 6 would have gone in the corner.
For that matter, he could have taken stripes and shot the 10 right by it.
There you go. There you go.
But yeah, you're right. I agree. Totally agree. Now he's not going to get his shot on the 2 ball, and he's not going to get a shot on the 7 ball.
He's going to bank the 6.
He's going to bank the 6 and draw the cue ball where?
Well, the 7. Well, he's going to have to shoot the 2 next, but the 7's tied up. He's got to figure out what to do with his 7. The problem when you start running balls like this is you need to figure out a way to complete the run out.
Mm-hmm.
So he's in a jam here.
7 won't go by the 9. I mean, by the 8. In the
the 7 will go all the way down in the corner, but you got to find a way to get behind it.
Oh, the right-hand corner.
Let's see what he can do here.
Well, he makes the bank shot. He leaves himself an extreme. He's going to have to play the 2 ball on the side, and find a way to do something with the 7.
What side? Does it go? I don't think it goes past the 9.
Past the 9? Looks like it does. It looks like it goes past the 9 in the left-hand side pocket.
I can't see from up the overhead camera. It's really hard to tell.
Right.
You might be right. If it goes, he's got a major problem getting on the 7 ball. I'm surprised he hit that bank so hard.
He might back cut the. Oh, he called it in the side. I was going to say he might back cut it in the right-hand corner pocket and draw the cue ball down into the 8.
Let's see if he can get on the 7 ball somehow.
Oh,
nope.
He was going all the way around, trying to come back all the way down.
Well, he had a big problem there. He had a big problem there. He's going to try and bank this ball, but I don't know about this shot.
Actually, it goes.
It's pretty tight getting past that 8.
It's going to be one heck of a shot, but
he's got the 8 and the 10 to deal with.
That's all he has.
And he couldn't get past the 8. Meanwhile,
the 9 ball ties up and makes it 9. The 12 ball ties up with his 7 ball. But you see here,
Mike's in total control.
He's just going to play him safe on the 6, on the 7, and just make him kick. He can probably break out. Well, no, he can't break out the 8 ball. He'd be risking selling at the 7 if he breaks out the 8 ball now. But he could open that up somehow. Or get ball in hand and open it up. He can open it up by playing this ball. Yeah,
he could do that.
He can come right into it.
Well, he can open up that. He can open up that stripe that's tied up with the 6 ball or the 7 ball.
Yes, he can open that up, but he's more concerned with the 8.
Well, he's concerned with both of them right now. But there's a lot of things he can do to make it tough on Rodney here.
Yes.
He could force Rodney to kick at a ball.
You know what I like doing here? It's going off the inside of the 14 ball and up against the against the 8 ball.
Dirty pool.
Yes.
It works, doesn't it?
Yes.
Now listen, the real 8 ball players would play a shot like that.
Yeah.
Because then they get ball in hand.
Yes.
Look, he might do it. He might do it. He heard you, George. He heard you, George.
He sold out.
Wait a second.
He sold out. He didn't get there, and he's given a shot on the 7 ball.
Well, he didn't sell out, but he gave him a look at it.
But he's got to do something now with this 8.
That was a very poorly played safety. Rodney just opened up his 7-ball.
Mm-hmm.
Let's watch this game.
Choice of shots.
Yeah, there's going to be
interesting choice of shots. And Mike Dechaine is smiling. Rodney is observing.
Now you're going to see a very strategic game on these last few balls. Mike is good. Mike is also in the same position as Rodney. He's got to find a way to break that 8-ball out to win the game.
And the ball before it. But see, he's got that 12 ball, but he's shooting that now. So it's not going to be there anymore to open those up.
Well, it's really. This is very interesting. He can get these 2 balls out of the way.
No, he's not going to get to. He's going to play safe behind behind that ball right there.
You're right.
Behind the 13.
You're right. Make Rodney kick.
Yep. Try to get ball in hand so you can open up the balls just like that.
Well, he hit that one a little better than the last safety, didn't
Yes, he did. Yes, he did.
Almost.
Well, Rodney just handed it to him on a platter because he moved the ball to make it easier to move the balls.
Will might take advantage of that. He should, shouldn't he?
Well, yes, of course.
Well, we say of course, but we don't think like Mike does.
The problem is if he's got to hit the 9-ball right, just right, or he pushes the 8-ball in front of it. So he's going to...
He'd like...
He didn't take advantage of it.
Was that crazy?
Yes.
What did I tell you? We don't think like Mike. He's pretty frustrated right now.
I don't blame him.
It should have been really easy to break those up. Why did he hit it so hard?
He didn't want to hit it from the 9 side. He wanted to hit it from the 8 side to push the 9-ball away from, or not push the 8-ball towards the pocket.
I say he didn't have to hit it that hard, though.
Oh, I agree with that.
You know, when he hit it that hard, it made the cue ball jump a little bit, and it jumped into the 7-ball.
He's afraid of this combo?
I don't know if I want to break it up right now.
You know, he can do another thing. He can play safe if he wants to off of the 13 and put the cue ball behind the 10.
Yeah.
But if he doesn't get there, if he doesn't get it, Rodney can have a shot at the 7. So he's playing the combo, yes. Even though he doesn't like playing it. Go in. He doesn't want it to go. Now he's going to be hard-pressed to break that 9-ball out, so he's going to be playing safe. I strongly suggest a safety behind the 10.
This is altogether different can of worms than playing 10-ball, folks.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll tell you, the guys that are experts at small table 8-ball are going to be the ones that are going to be there at the end of this tournament.
Here comes your safe behind the 10. But
Ronnie's going to kick 2 rails out of the corner at that ball.
He just wants to kick up at it softly. Oh, he's going to go 3-rail kick. 3-rail kick to go over there. Yeah. If he makes the ball, I would kick at this 6-ball softly and let him go ahead and make the 10. There.
Ball in hand.
Well, I didn't want to give ball in hand up. But if he kicked at it just 1 rail softly and left it on the rail, he leaves him straight in on the 10. He can't break out the 9. Now he can.
Let's see how this works out.
He's going to try to break out the 9.
He doesn't want to leave Rodney a shot, though. Good camera work. Thanks, guys.
Oh,
really
yes.
good camera work.
Got to make sure he hits that 9-ball, then the rail.
Mike's having second thoughts.
Yes, especially being that close. He could easily push this ball. And, yes, John should be up there to watch it. Rodney's called him over. Well, he's just solved it. So Rodney's got to come with a great shot. He's called it 2 rails. Or he's called it across side. So he's either banking at it or bank kicking at it. Keep going, keep going, keep going.
He hit it.
Yeah, but it's not going to help him. Mike will make this ball, bring the cue ball back to the right of where it is now, and shoot the 9-ball and then the 8-ball.
Yeah, he's got to make 1 good shot.
Yep. For a 2 good game lead. He's on the wrong side of it. Nothing's coming easy, is it?
Some of these guys, they're
This
just
is
not used to playing
fine.
8-ball.
Yeah.
Look at this shot he's got now to win the game. I mean, is that really the shot he wanted?
Yes, because that's what he accepted.
Yeah, well.
He didn't want to try to do something crazier, or more, with the requirement running the ball.
Did he really want to have to end the game with that shot? That was a tough shot, but he made it, and he wins the game. 7-5 lead. We're going to 9. Very interesting game there.
That was a little strategy, a little hope and prayer, I guess you might say. Interesting game, but this puts him 2 games ahead of Rodney. Rodney's at 5. He's halfway home, but Mike Dechaine is 3 games away from sending Rodney to the one-loss side to probably meet Shane.
Are they in the same bracket?
I don't know.
Okay,
Let's take a look. Let's open up that iPad.
I'll tell you guys at home, you're going to see more games like that one you just witnessed before this tournament's over.
Oh yeah, 'cause we have some. We're going to be doing some of the other not the Open by the end of the. Oh, this tournament. You're right. I was thinking we're going to have. Let's see, where is Mr. No, they're not in the same bracket. No.
Yeah. Balls down. So Rodney, a couple balls down.
Shane's not. Oh, Shane's way up here.
Can you see on the winner's bracket where the loser will go?
On the winner bracket, the loser of this match goes. Where is it? Mike Dechaine, Rodney Morris. The loser goes to L212. L2.
Down at the
way
bottom?
Down at the bottom. No,
far
so
from Shane.
Far from Shane. They'll want me for quite a while.
If at all.
If at all. If he goes down. This match isn't over, folks. We're only 2 games apart. We're not writing Rodney off by any means. Especially with the break, the errors that we've seen so far, the shot selections we've seen so far.
We've seen some good runouts, and we've seen some questionable play.
Questionable play. That's a little strong.
Questionable choices.
There's a couple shots that I would.
That opening shot of that rack where Mike tried to play that 4-ball off the stripe.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, I'm gonna. At first, I was, as I recalled some of the shots, I'm gonna go with that. I like that. A couple of shots were questionable from us because we didn't understand his whole intent and purpose. Because we're not Mike Dechaine or Rodney Morris.
I guess the other side of that statement is the fact that some of the shots that Mike chose were not that well executed. His safeties were not that well executed.
That's
he
why
left balls out in the open,
right? That
he shouldn't have. But meanwhile, he won the game anyway.
Mm-hmm.
He did the right thing at the end. As far as that goes. He played bad shape on that 9-ball where he had to shoot a tough 8-ball to win the game.
He's got to avoid. There we go. He avoids the deuce and comes down very nicely for the. And
Rodney doesn't. He doesn't waste any time getting out this rack. Ooh, 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 ooey gooey. He flirted with the corner pocket.
He did. Yes, he did.
Rodney kind of plays some shots a little bit casually sometimes.
And he plays some shots a little bit very good most of the time. So, well, we're down within a game now. Rodney's still looking for that error again. He got it the game before last, but he didn't capitalize. And Mike was able to convert that lost opportunity into opportunity because Rodney didn't.
This match could turn around in a moment, though.
Oh, just on one break. It's funny how matches have there's one particular turning point, you might say. I don't think we've seen it in this match yet.
I don't think so. I don't think
we have.
It may yet be to come. I just don't see it just going out this way where Dechaine ends up winning 9-7. It feels like something's going to happen yet.
Well, there's the break. There's the kiss on the cue ball. There's another kiss on the cue ball, and there's nothing on the break.
Check this out. Rodney comes to the table.
So here's that opportunity, and here's that this could be a turning point. You know, we'll kind of point out a few of them, but this could be a turning point right here.
If he can run this rack.
Correct.
Tie the match up.
Correct. It ties the match, and then Rodney would be breaking. And then if they, go on serve.
Rodney has not been ahead in this match.
Nope. He started out 2-0, right?
Right.
Mm-hmm. And with a mistake.
Right.
So they've both made mistakes from the get-go.
Well, nobody ran out the first 5 racks.
Correct.
It was the 6th rack before we saw a run out.
Well, sometimes the beginning of a rack, of a match, they're kind of settling in. They're kind of like trading punches. And then those punches start to take a toll, and towards the end of the rack, they kind of start hitting harder.
I don't see any ball that can't be made here. I don't see any ball that needs to be broken up. But the question is, can Rodney play good position?
I like the solids.
From shot to shot. Well, he's taking solids.
Mm-hmm. Looking at that 2-5, looking at that 7 ball next to it, I like the solids. And if it wasn't for the 15 ball and he's over a ball, he wouldn't hesitate to shoot these 2 balls first. Come on out. He wants that 2 ball now so he can get to the 7. Instead, he's going to have to play the 6 to get to the 7.
That cue ball is a little lighter or a little less dense than the measle ball because it hops around a little bit more than the measle ball does. I noticed that. It reacts a little bit more like a red circle.
I haven't played with it. I just saw it here for the first time.
Well, me too, but I've been watching how it reacts, and although the players seem to like it, believe me, if they didn't like it, we'd hear about it.
It's a change. I mean, they just changed it, and
I think it was a good choice putting that big red circle on there so it looks like a measle ball.
You like that better than the Cyclops eye that was on the ball on the cue ball before?
No comment.
I'm sorry.
Well, I'll just say I like that red circle. Okay. Okay.
It appears to be the same size as the
it looks like
dots on the measle ball.
People
right?
say it's bigger, but I don't think so. I'm gonna get a measle ball and put it next to it, and we'll see.
Rodney has 3 of them in his case. Let's borrow one.
Oh, okay.
He travels with them in his case. He was he was just prior to the match trading everything out of one case into a new case that Lenny Marshall just gave him.
Nice.
So Lenny got him that white case. It's on the right side of the arena.
The tough ball to get position.
That one on the right there.
If I could, it's going to be that 7 ball. That's the ball. He's got to lay the cue ball on the side rail.
Yeah, lay it on the rail.
Does he shoot the 2 ball here and slide over there?
If he has,
he's got the right angle. He's got the right.
No, he'll shoot this and come up for the 2 ball, or he might come up for the 7 ball. No, he came up for the 2. Now he's
got an angle.
He doesn't have what he wants. He doesn't have what he wants, and they're both looking at it because he knows where he has to get.
He could go forward, though. He could go forward and shoot it down in the other corner.
Good idea.
But let's see.
He's going to cheat the pocket. He's going back.
He's going to cheat it a little
bit.
He did it.
He
did it.
He's still not home free.
Well, I like his chances from here.
You think he's just going to slide straight over into the 9 and shoot the 8 ball up, or is he going to follow?
He's going forward.
2 rails.
He's going forward around that 15 ball or 14 ball, whatever it is, and he did
2 rails to get to the 8 to the side.
We got a tie ball game.
We got a tie ball game, that's right. And Rodney's breaking. This is how the match started.
Well, that could be the turning point that we were talking about.
Precisely. Well, in fact, it is, because here we're tied, and he's breaking to get on the hill. So the opportunity has been provided. Rodney capitalized on that one, but he still has one more to go, his own break.
Your last match was Rob Saez and...
Rob Saez. Who did Rob play?
He lost.
Mm-hmm. He lost not Alex Pagline, Francisco Bustamante.
Oh, yeah, Francisco beat him pretty handily.
Well, Francisco played rather handily, too. I'll tell you, he played jam up. And Rob made several mistakes.
Mm-hmm.
It's funny how in the pool world, some of the same key phrases keep coming up. I rarely use the expression jam up, but it just came to mind.
It works.
It does. It's a good...
it's a catch-all for playing good.
It's a catch-all for playing good. It's a good way to express it.
Ooh, the 3-ball just snuck in the side pocket.
Was that the only ball that went in?
Yeah. I don't know about you, George, but I kind of like when you play, especially with pro players, that you have to take what you make on the break. It makes it a little bit harder game. To give these guys an option with an open rack like this.
You were talking about that with Alex Pagline.
Yeah.
I was there with you when he said that, and
right.
I don't want to say I was surprised to hear that, but I noted the comment, and I kind of just categorized it and thought, that it does make sense. It would add it would make the game a little harder for the pros.
Haven't you ever played that way?
That's the way it used to be played all the time for years.
Exactly.
And it was changed by, I believe, by the BCA maybe 10 years ago.
Well, I played a lot of 8-ball when I was a young man in bars all over the United States. And let me tell you something. Every region of the country played with different rules.
I was going to say you play in different bars, and you play in 10 different bars. There was 10 different
rules. The Northwest,
rules.
they play one way. The Southeast, they play another way. And the Midwest, they play another way. So there was not a uniform set of rules.
And the problem there was that it created arguments everywhere you went.
Well, you got to what I found out you have to do. You better find out what the house rules are before you start.
Yes. Well, Rodney's going to play this 11 ball. Move up for the 9. Probably follow up for the 9. He's going to play this one first, and then play the 11 in the side. No, I'm not sure what's he doing here. I don't. He's okay. He can slide up and play the 9 ball on the side, and come down for the 10, and then the 8. He still has another ball there.
He's taking that right now.
Taking that right now. Okay.
That's the 15.
Better come up.
It took me this whole match to learn the stripes.
So he's going to play the
9, 11, 10.
9, 10, 11. No, you're right. 9, 11, 10. What I don't like about this is when he gets on the 10, he's going to have to draw it back for the 8.
Well, he's got a pretty big area to draw into.
He's going to stop it there. He's going to get straight. Now this is going to hit up towards the side pocket, so
he's all right.
He's drawn it just a little bit. He's perfect. He's perfect. Perfect.
Rodney's going to be in the lead.
On the hill, too. Not only on the lead, on the hill. So
I was going to tell you, George, what I found interesting when I was telling you about the different variations of the game of 8-ball in different parts of the country is that I had kind of worked my way through the Midwest and gone to the Northeast, gone down to the Southeast, gone across country, got to the Southwest. This was a route that I took when I was about, how old was I, 25 years old? And finally I went to the Northwest. And you know what was unique about the Northwest? All the bar tables were 8-foot tables.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
And to this day, if you go play in taverns in the Northwest, most of the bar tables are still 8-foot tables unless they put these new diamond tables in.
Well, I tell you, there's these new diamond tables have been going into a lot
everywhere.
Of locations. Everybody wants them. Players are demanding them.
What did Greg Sullivan, one of the owners of Diamond, said to me? He said, our biggest business is I'm not sure if the word was the relocation business, but the conversion business where all these places are taking out their small tables and putting in the diamond tables.
So they're taking out the bar boxes and putting in the 7-foot tables.
Yeah. Well, they're same size tables. They're taking out the old bar tables and
That's
putting
what I'm
in these
saying.
7-foot
the bar
diamonds.
boxes or beer boxes or whatever else they're called that have these huge pockets that people just keep running packages on.
Oh, listen. I played on some that were tough. The Irving K's were tough tables. The Valleys were the most common. You saw Valleys everywhere, all over the country. Boy, what a business they must have had at one time.
Dynamos and Valleys.
Yeah.
And here's Rodney on the hill, taking stripes. He's got to open up that 14 ball. He'll probably do it right here, coming off this 9, and that way, when he hits the 4, he'll have a position on either the 10.
That's what he's looking at.
Or the 13,
That's
depending
what he's
on which
looking
side
at.
of the 4 he hits. If he hits the high side of the 4, the cue ball goes into the 1. If he hits the low side of the 4, it comes down, and he has a shot on the 12 or the 13.
Yeah, I think he's got a shot
There he
either
is.
way.
Now he's got to do something. It goes.
Yeah, so
It's
he's
tight.
going to have to bump it again one more time.
He
may
might
shoot
right.
the 13 up in the end.
Yeah, that's right. He might play it now and play it in the corner.
Let's see. Rodney would love to get this match over right now. And, you know, it looked like Mike was in control throughout the match. Look what happened. Well, he was always ahead by 1 or 2 games.
He was, but I didn't feel he was controlling it.
Think he was struggling a little bit?
Yes, I think he was. Yeah, and he was. Just think of the comments we made about the way the games were flowing. Yeah, I think he was struggling. And Rodney was too. You know, neither player was really settled in. These last few racks, it looks like Rodney settled in for sure.
Key shot here.
That key turning point, like we mentioned, was more than likely that dry break by Mike Dechaine at 7-6.
He wanted to get down there and get
for the last ball.
Yeah, he wanted to get that 15 right
See,
there.
He just told us where he wanted to go.
Yeah.
But you know something? He can get there from the 10. He has right now. His concern is that 14 ball, or I'm sorry, is it the 14 ball up by the 4?
Yeah, I think so. I think so.
His concern is that ball right there, because see, the 10 ball leads him all the way down for that window between the 7-8.
Mike's looking,
but it's a
around.
tough window.
He knows he's in trouble here. He's hoping he gets back to the table.
But Rodney's in trouble here too.
No, I wouldn't say he's in trouble, but he's got some difficulty.
Yeah, there you go. That's a good way to put it.
I wonder if that 14 will go in the side past the 3 ball. I don't know. We're going to find out soon enough. Let's see what he does. He's coming back to shoot this ball now. He's shooting this 15 now.
Yeah, what's he going to do now? I mean, he has to come. He can't come under these balls.
No, he's going
he can't
forward.
risk going that.
He's going forward.
You think so?
You know what
Yeah,
he
that's
wants
what
to
he's
do?
looking at
He
right
wants to
here.
get up there and shoot that 10 ball and get behind the 14 and shoot it in the same corner as a 10.
Yeah, for the upper right-hand corner.
Yeah, this is tricky.
This is if he clips the 5, he's doomed.
Wow.
No, he's got a shot.
Yeah, but it's
but
tough.
not a very good one.
This is tough.
Well, the good
now.
thing here is he hits this ball with left thing, and she comes into the 4 ball, and it's game's over. But he slides by that 4 ball, and it's not so much. He says, "Will you clean the ball?"
Yeah, please move it a little bit for me.
Can I move it off the rail?
Remember when we were kids, we played 1 finger off the rail or 2 fingers off the rail?
I used to have everybody spot me the handspan.
Oh, wow. Good. No, don't tell me that. I don't believe that. I'm not going for that story, George. Come on.
You can put the cue ball anywhere your hands can reach.
Actually, the way I heard the story is you were giving all the other kids the handspan.
Yeah, right.
Meanwhile, Mike is anticipating another opportunity at the table. He knows that Rodney's got some trouble right here.
I think Rodney's going to make this 10 ball and hit the 4 and get out.
Just making the 10 ball is going to be an achievement.
I know.
This is... Ooh! He did it.
Yeah, but he got on top of the 2. He's on top of the 2 ball. He's over a ball, and the ball is 4 feet away.
Oh, he's glad to be shooting.
Yes.
He's got a little room here.
Well,
Let's see.
yes, but it's still, he's elevating.
Where's the 8 go? Does the 8 have pockets?
The Z ball, I think it's open everywhere.
He's going to shoot.
Now what? He says you should cut it in the right-hand corner pocket and win your match, Rodney.
Well, it's a pretty severe cut, but
I'll tell you what, he'll take this cut anytime, any day, and be happy with it.
He's glad to have a shot.
That's right, and there it is. Rodney Morris over Mike Dechaine, 9-7.
Great finish, Rodney.
Great finish.
Won the last 3
Great
games in a
finish.
row. We got another match coming up at 5:30 today. This is Jay and George signing out for now.